JSON interview questions and answers. Beginner means advanced, introduction. This is a structured set of commonly asked JSON interview questions with clear answers. It covers: check, JSON fundamentals, syntax and structure, parsing and serialization, APIs and real-world usage, performance and best practices, advanced concepts in modern web development. JSON is a core topic for backend, frontend, APIs, and system design interviews. 1 to 20. JSON Basics. 1. What is JSON? JSON, JavaScript Object Notation, is a lightweight data format used to store and exchange data. 2. Why is JSON used? Easy to read, language independent, widely supported in APIs, lightweight compared to XML. 3. Is JSON a programming language? No, it is a data format. 4. Where is JSON used? REST APIs, configuration files, databases, NoSQL, front-end backend communication. 5. What is JSON structure? Key value pairs inside objects. 6. Basic JSON example. Name John, age 30. 7. JSON data types. String, string. Number, Boolean. Array, object. Null. 8. What is a JSON object? Collection of key value pairs. 9. What is a JSON array? Ordered list of values. 10. Example JSON array. Apple, banana, mango. 11. JSON keys must be strings, double quotes required. 12. Is JSON case sensitive? Yes. 13. JSON versus JavaScript object. JSON means string format. JS object means in-memory structure. 14. Example JS object. Const ob equals name John. 15. JSON format rules. Double quotes, no functions, no comments. 16. Can JSON have comments? No. 17. What is nested JSON? JSON inside JSON. 18. Example nested JSON. User, name, John, address, city, Toronto. 19. What is null in JSON? Represents empty value. 20. Is order guaranteed in JSON? Not guaranteed for objects. 21 to 40. JSON parsing and APIs. 21. What is JSON parsing? Converting JSON string into object. 22. JavaScript parsing example. JSON.parse. Name John. 23. What is JSON stringify? Convert object to JSON string. 24. Example stringify. JSON.stringify. Name John. 25. Why stringify is used? Sending data over network. 26. What is REST API JSON usage? Data exchange format between client and server. 27. JSON in HTTP request. Sent in request body. 28. Content type for JSON. Application JSON. 29. What is serialization? Object means JSON conversion. 30. What is deserialization? JSON means object conversion. 31. JSON in Java example. Using Jackson, Gun, JSON libraries. 32. JSON in Python. Using JSON module. 33. Example Python parsing. Import JSON. Data equals JSON.loads, name John. 34. JSON versus XML. JSON means lightweight, XML means verbose. 35. Why JSON replaced XML? Cart, simpler, faster parsing, smaller size. 36. What is schema validation? Ensuring JSON structure is correct. 37. What is JSON schema? Define structure and rules. 38. Example schema use case. Validating API payloads. 39. What is malformed JSON? Incorrect syntax. JSON. 40. Example error. Name John. Keys must be in quotes. 41 to 70. Advanced JSON concepts. 41. What is deeply nested JSON? Multiple levels of objects. 42. Problem with deep JSON.
Hard to read and process.
43. What is flattening JSON? Converting nested JSON to flat structure. 44. Example flattening. User.name, John. 45. What is JSON API pagination? Splitting large data into pages. 46. What is large JSON issue? Memory and performance overhead. 47. How to optimize JSON. A. Reduce nesting. Compress payload. Pagination. 48. What is streaming JSON? Processing JSON in chunks. 49. What is JSON in microservices? Standard communication format. 50. What is JSON in NoSQL? Used in MongoDB documents. 51. JSON versus BSON. JSON means text-based. BSON means binary JSON. Faster. 52. What is JSON in MongoDB? Document storage format. 53. What is JSON logging? Structured logs in JSON format. 54. Example log. Level, error, message, failed request. 55. What is JSON compression? Reducing payload size. 56. What is base64 in JSON? Encoding binary data. 57. Can JSON store images? Not directly. Only encoded. 58. What is circular reference issue? Object referencing itself. 59. Problem example. JSON.stringify fails. 60. Solution? Remove circular references. 61. What is pretty JSON? Formatted JSON with indentation. 62. Example. Name. John. Age 30. 63. Minified JSON. Compact. Format. Without spaces. 64. Why minified JSON? Faster transfer. 65. What is API contract? JSON structure agreement between systems. 66. What is backward compatibility? Older clients still work with new JSON. 67. What is versioned JSON API? Multiple API versions supported. 68. What is schema evolution? Changing JSON structure safely. 69. What is data validation in JSON? Checking correctness before processing. 70. Tools for validation. AJV, JSON schema validators. 71 to 100. Best practices and interview insights. 71. Best practice for JSON design? Simple structure. Avoid deep nesting. Consistent naming. 72. Camel case versus snake case. Depends on API convention. 73. What is JSON security risk? Injection attacks via payloads. 74. What is JSON injection? Malicious input in JSON data.
75. How to prevent it?
Check validation, check sanitization. 76. What is API payload size issue? Large JSON slows performance. 77. Solution. Pagination plus compression. 78. What is REST plus JSON standard? Most common API format. 79. What is GraphQL versus JSON? GraphQL means query-based. JSON means response format. 80. What is logging advantage of JSON? Machine-readable logs. 81. What is observability with JSON? Structured monitoring. 82. What is event-driven JSON? JSON used in event messages. 83. What is Kafka JSON message? Event payload format. 84. What is JSON transformation? Converting one format to another. 85. What is mapping JSON? Mapping fields between systems. 86. What is DTO in JSON context? Data transfer object. 87. What is API response design? Structured JSON output. 88. What is consistent API response? Same structure for all endpoints. 89. Example. Status, success, data. 90. What is error JSON format? Error, invalid request. 91. What is schema first design? Designing JSON structure first. 92. What is contract testing? Verifying JSON API structure. 93. What is mock JSON? Fake data for testing. 94. What is API gateway JSON transformation? Modifying JSON between services. 95. What is latency impact of JSON? Large JSON increases response time. 96. What is edge JSON processing? Processing closer to user. 97. What is real-time JSON? Streaming updates. WebSockets. 98. What is JSON in front-end frameworks? React, Vue, state communication. 99. What is JSON importance in system design? Universal data exchange format. 100. How to master JSON. Key, understand structure. Practice API design. Learn validation. Optimize payloads. Work with real APIs. Final summary. JSON interviews focus on structure and syntax, parsing and serialization, API communication, performance optimization, schema design. Key idea. JSON is the universal language of modern web APIs and backend systems.